Welcome to the Stevenson University Library Nursing tutorial on finding information. Research is an important part of gathering and sharing accurate information, both academically and professionally. This tutorial will give an overview of the research and the kinds of resources you'll find. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to define a research topic, decide where to search for information, and put together your search strategy. In your class assignments, as well as in your professional career, you'll have to do research to increase your knowledge of a topic. Even if you already feel you know the answer from your work experience, research gives objective support and evidence for why we do things the way we do them. It's important to become familiar with the types of sources and research methods that you will utilize as a nursing student and working nurse. Before doing in-depth research, whether it's for a class assignment or in your professional career, you should first conduct some background research on your topic. Background research can help you learn more about your chosen topic and decide whether there will be enough information for you to do a whole project on it. Helpful sources for performing background research include dictionaries, encyclopedias, handbooks, newspapers, magazines, and the web. At the Stevenson Library, you can find background information in OneSearch or R2 Digital Library. Try a simple search for your topic, such as healthy sleeping habits or health literacy, to see how much information is out there. Searching can also give you ideas about other directions to take your topic, such as sleeping habits in young adults or health literacy for older patients. Once you've done background research, you can narrow or broaden your topic as needed. If an entire book can be written on your topic, it's probably too broad for a research paper. But if you can only find enough information to write a paragraph, your topic may be too narrow. Here are some examples of possible topics. Which of these is too broad? Which is too narrow? Which is just right? If you said, this one is too broad, you're correct. There is too much information on healthy sleeping patterns for just one paper. If you said this one is too narrow, you're correct. Adding additional parameters to a topic is a good way to focus in on it, but adding this many parameters makes it too focused. You might not be able to find enough research on this exact question. If you said this one is just right, you're correct. You should be able to find enough information on this topic and will have room to make choices about which sources are the best ones. Choosing a topic that's not too broad and not too narrow is important, but you're not quite finished. Your topic isn't the same as your research question or thesis. Instead, you'll use your chosen topic to develop your research question and thesis. Let's say you want to research the topic on sleeping patterns. Your topic is sleeping patterns and mental health in college students. You could turn that into a research question, like what is the effect of sleeping patterns on mental health in college students? Your thesis statement is what you're trying to prove in your project. A thesis based on that research question could be, healthy sleeping patterns lead to better mental health in college students. Once you've developed your research question and thesis, your next step is to figure out where to search for information and to find sources that are reputable and appropriate. While background research generally involves sources like encyclopedias and some web pages, in-depth research requires subject-specific sources. In nursing, most of your instructors will expect you to use articles from scholarly journals, which can be found primarily within library databases. Library databases give you free access to articles by experts, often from peer-reviewed journals. In addition, the databases have options to help you search for articles by subject, format, publication type, date, and more, so that your results list includes only the kinds of resources you need. You may also be able to save your results in an electronic folder or account. Make sure you're signed into your account when you're searching. Choosing the right library database will save you time and effort. Examples of nursing databases available through the Stevenson University Library include CINAHL, Ovid, Medline, PsycInfo, and ScienceDirect. These databases contain journals that are specific to the nursing and scientific fields. The government also publishes some scholarly research. Two excellent websites to utilize when searching for medical research are the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, AHRQ, and PubMed. In order to search the library databases effectively, you'll have to decide what words to type in as your search. We call these words search terms or keywords. Most databases don't do well when you type in your entire thesis or question, so you need to pick out the most important words. A good way to start is to look at your topic, pull out the obvious keywords, and then think about whether there are any synonyms for those keywords. For example, if your topic is prevention of pressure sores in hospice care facilities, you could use prevention and pressure sores as keywords. If you don't find enough articles with those search terms, see if you can come up with any synonyms or related terms for your keywords. A synonym for prevention could be mitigation. A related term could be intervention. In nursing and medical databases such as CINAHL and PubMed, it helps if you use their preferred scientific term in your search. For example, CINAHL uses the term pressure ulcer instead of pressure sore. You can find the preferred search term by searching the subject headings or thesaurus found in many databases. Congratulations! You are prepared to begin researching now that you are familiar with how to define a research topic, decide where to search for information, and put together your search strategy. Thank you for watching. Contact the library if you'd like assistance. If you'd like to share feedback on this tutorial, you can do so at the link or QR code on your screen.